Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, Comments and Answers TJ. I hope you all are doing well. In this video, we will analyze and answer the questions from this week's Watchtower study. The study is for the week of July 29th to August 4th, and is titled, How to Find a Suitable Person to Marry. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's look at questions 1 and 2, Part A. If a Christian has the desire to marry, what should they think about before taking any step? Before seeking marriage, a Christian should be ready spiritually, economically, and emotionally. This means having a good relationship with God, being able to support a family financially, and being emotionally mature. Additional comments. 1 Corinthians 7:36 mentions that a person should ensure they are ready before making important decisions like marriage. This involves being prepared spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Proverbs 31:10 tells us that a capable wife is worth more than corals, emphasizing the importance of seeking a partner who is truly valuable and shares the same values and faith. Let's look at questions 1 and 2, Part B. What do we mean when we talk about dating? Dating is the period where two people get to know each other better with the intention of seeing if they want to marry. Additional comments. Dating is a time to get to know each other better with the intention of marriage. In 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, we read about true love, which is patient, kind, and does not seek its own, which is crucial in a dating relationship. During dating, it is important to follow biblical principles like those mentioned in 2 Timothy 2:22, where we are urged to flee from youthful desires and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace. Let's move on to the first subtitle, How to Find a Suitable Person for You. Let's look at question 3. What should a single Christian think about before starting to look for a marriage partner? A single Christian should think about what kind of person they want as a partner. It is important that the person is a baptized Jehovah's Witness. Additionally, they should consider their own goals and what qualities are important in a partner. Additional comments. 1 Corinthians 7:39 reminds us that when looking for a partner, it is essential that they are in the Lord, meaning the person shares your faith and spiritual values. Proverbs 31:10 highlights the value of a capable wife, motivating us to seek spiritual and character qualities in a future partner. Let's look at question 4. What have some single people included in their prayers? Some single people have asked Jehovah to help them find a partner and to give them patience and wisdom. They also pray to have the qualities needed to be good husbands or wives. Additional comments. Philippians 4:6 encourages us not to be anxious about anything but to present our requests to God through prayer. This includes asking Jehovah to guide us in finding a suitable partner. James 1:5 says that if we need wisdom, we should ask God, who gives generously to all. Praying for wisdom can help us make wise decisions in seeking a partner. Let's look at question 5. What will help singles meet people who love Jehovah? Being active in Jehovah's service helps to meet many brothers and sisters. Doing this not only makes good friendships but also provides opportunities to meet other singles who love Jehovah. Additional comments. 1 Corinthians 15:58 urges us to always be abounding in the work of the Lord. Actively participating in congregation activities can provide opportunities to meet other singles who also love Jehovah. Psalms 37:4 says that if we delight in Jehovah, He will grant us the desires of our heart. By focusing on serving Jehovah, we can trust that He will help us find a suitable partner. Let's look at question 6. What should singles remember while looking for a partner? It is important not to make finding a partner the most important thing in life. True happiness comes from being a friend of Jehovah and serving Him. Additionally, while being single, there is more freedom to serve Jehovah in different ways. Additional comments. Philippians 1:10 encourages us to make sure of the more important things, which includes keeping our relationship with Jehovah as a priority without letting the search for a partner become the most important thing. Matthew 5:3 says that happy are those who recognize their spiritual need. True happiness comes from our relationship with Jehovah, whether we are single or married. Let's move on to the second subtitle, Take your time to observe the person. Let's look at question 7. Why is it wise to spend time observing a person before expressing your interest? It is wise to observe the person before expressing interest because this way you can better know their character and spirituality. This helps you decide if they are the right person for you. Additional comments. Proverbs 13:16 mentions that the prudent person acts with knowledge. Taking the time to get to know the person before expressing interest allows for informed decisions. Proverbs 29:20 warns us about being hasty. It is better to observe and know the person well before starting a serious relationship. Let's look at question 8. How can a single person observe someone they are interested in? You can observe the person at the Kingdom Hall or in social gatherings, paying attention to how they act and who their friends are. You can also talk to people who know them well to get more information. Additional comments. Luke 6:45 says that out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Observing how a person speaks and acts can reveal much about their character and spirituality. Proverbs 20:18 suggests that plans are established by seeking advice. Talking to people who know the person well can provide valuable insight into their character. Let's look at question 9. Before expressing your interest to someone, what should you be convinced of? You should be convinced that you are ready for marriage and that the person could be suitable for you. You don't need to be sure that you will marry them, but you should see potential for a serious relationship. Additional comments. Ecclesiastes 11:4 mentions that whoever watches the wind will not sow, and whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. Don't wait too long to express your interest if you are convinced the person could be suitable for you. Proverbs 29:20 warns about being hasty. It is important to find a balance between being prudent and not waiting too long to express your feelings. Let's look at question 10. What should you do if you notice someone is interested in you but you don't feel the same? If someone is interested in you and you don't feel the same, you should be honest and clear with your actions to avoid giving false hopes. Additional comments. 1 Corinthians 10:24 says that we should not seek our own benefit, but that of others. Being clear and honest with the person is a way to show respect and consideration for their feelings. Ephesians 4:25 urges us to speak truthfully to our neighbors. Being sincere and direct is best to avoid misunderstandings and false hopes. Let's look at question 11. What should be taken into account in places where the customs mentioned in the paragraph exist? In some places, parents or other family members help find a partner. It is important to know the person and their spirituality well before making decisions and always respect the wishes of the single person. Additional comments. Galatians 6:5 says that each one will carry their own load. The decision to marry must be personal, although others can help in the process of getting to know each other. Ruth 2:11 shows how Boaz asked about Ruth before approaching her. Knowing the person well, their character and spirituality, is essential, even if others help facilitate the meeting. Let's move on to the third subtitle, How to Start a Courtship. Let's look at question 12. If you would like to start a relationship with someone, how can you tell them? You can tell the person that you would like to get to know them better through a conversation in person, a phone call, or a video call. Be clear about your intentions and give them time if they need to think about it. Additional comments. 1 Corinthians 14:9 reminds us of the importance of clarity in communication. Being clear and direct about your intentions helps avoid misunderstandings. Proverbs 15:28 says that the heart of the righteous meditates to answer. Taking the time to think about how to express your feelings in a respectful and clear manner is important. Let's look at question 13. What can you do if someone tells you they are interested in you? Colossians 4:6. Treat the person with respect and kindness. If you need time to think about it, tell them and respond as soon as possible. If you are not interested, tell them tactfully and clearly. Additional comments. Colossians 4:6 advises that our words should always be with grace, seasoned with salt. Responding with kindness and respect is essential, even if you don't share the same feelings. Proverbs 13:12 says that hope deferred makes the heart sick. If you need time to think, do so, but try to respond as soon as possible to avoid causing distress. Let's move on to the fourth subtitle, How can we support singles? Let's look at question 14. If we want to support singles, what should we do? We should be careful with what we say, avoiding comments that might make singles feel bad. Instead, we should look for opportunities to encourage them. Additional comments. Ephesians 4:29 urges us to speak in a way that is edifying. Instead of making comments that might pressure or make singles uncomfortable, we should encourage them and offer supportive words. 1 Timothy 5:13 warns against being gossips. Avoiding assumptions or inappropriate comments about singles is a way to show respect and consideration. Let's look at question 15, Part A. According to Romans 15:2, what should we consider before helping someone find a partner? We should consider the feelings and desires of the singles. We should only offer help if they ask for it and be considerate in our actions. Additional comments. Romans 15:2 tells us that we should please our neighbor for their good, to build them up. This means we should be sensitive to the desires and feelings of singles and help in a way that benefits them. 2 Thessalonians 3:11 warns about being busybodies. We should respect the privacy and autonomy of singles, offering help only if they ask for it. Let's look at question 15, Part B. What ideas from the video caught your attention? Opportunities to meet others. The video shows that social gatherings and group activities make it easier to meet other brothers and sisters. This creates a natural environment to start getting to know potential partners better. Respect for feelings. It is crucial to respect the feelings and decisions of singles. Not everyone wants to be introduced to potential partners, and it is important to be sensitive to their preferences. Support from the congregation. The congregation can help by creating opportunities for singles to meet in a relaxed and natural environment without pressure. Focus on spirituality. The video emphasizes the importance of seeking a partner who has a good relationship with Jehovah, as this is more important than other aspects like money or social status. Let's look at question 16. What should singles remember? Both singles and married people can have a full and happy life. It is important to focus on serving Jehovah and making good use of the time of singleness. Additional comments. Psalms 128:1 says that, "Happy is everyone who fears Jehovah, who walks in his ways." This reminds us that true happiness comes from our relationship with Jehovah and does not depend on our marital status. Ecclesiastes 3:12-13 mentions that, "There is nothing better for them than to rejoice and do good while they live, and also that every man should eat, indeed drink, and see good for all his hard work. It is the gift of God." This suggests that regardless of being single or married, one can find satisfaction and happiness by doing good and enjoying God's daily blessings. Now we will answer the review questions titled, "What would you answer?" Question 1. What things can help you find a suitable person to marry? Being clear about what you are looking for in a partner, praying to Jehovah, and being active in the Lord's work. Additional comments. 1 Corinthians 7:39 teaches us that a person should marry only in the Lord. This means that when seeking a partner, it is important to ensure they share your faith and spiritual values, which is essential for a happy and harmonious marriage. Philippians 4:6 reminds us of the importance of praying to Jehovah about our concerns and desires, including the search for a suitable partner. Talking to Jehovah about what we want and need can provide His guidance and support in our search. Question 2. Why is it wise to spend time observing a person before starting a relationship with them? To make sure they are the right person for you and to better know their character and spirituality. Additional comments. Proverbs 13:16 says that every prudent man acts with knowledge. Observing someone before starting a relationship allows us to gain the necessary knowledge about the person, ensuring we share similar values and goals. Luke 6:45 mentions that, out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. By observing how a person speaks and acts in different situations, we can better understand their true character and spirituality, which is crucial for making an informed decision about dating. Question 3. How can the rest of the congregation support singles who want to get married? By encouraging them, respecting their wishes, and avoiding comments that make them feel pressured. Additional comments. Ephesians 4:29 urges us to speak in a way that is edifying and beneficial for others. When supporting singles, we should avoid comments that might make them uncomfortable or pressured, and instead offer words of encouragement and support. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 exhorts us to keep building one another up and encouraging one another. This means the congregation should create a supportive and respectful environment for singles, helping them feel valued and understood in their search for a partner. Well, these have been the answers from this week's Watchtower study. I hope they are very helpful, my dear brothers and sisters. We will see each other next week with a new video. I send you a big hug, and may Jehovah always bless and protect you.